All right, everybody worldwide, you're now tuned into Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best. And I'm your host, Tom Denver. Back this week with a new episode. We're actually at episode 30. I am slow motion is better than no motion. You know, we set out to do 52, so we move it along nice and slowly. Thank you so much for tuning in. And this week we're going to talk about rest and the importance of relaxation. Quick story. I remember growing up working with my dad as a kid, and he worked in an oil truck, so the hours were really long. We would usually start our days about 3:30 in the morning, and we would work until about 4, 5 o'clock in the evening. Sometimes later than that, when the winters are really bad and it was really cold outside, you know. And growing up as a kid, looking at my dad do that, I thought that's the way it's supposed to be. You know, you go to work, if you got to put in, a 15-hour day, as long as you're getting paid, then that's what you do. And then as I got older, I heard someone say to me, there are 24 hours in the day. 8 hours for work, 8 hours for play, and 8 hours for rest, right? So a lot of people will say, well, you can't really rest for 8 hours. Well, there's definitely no room for 8 hours of play. That'll be a whole nother episode because recreation is important. But rest, especially living in New York, the pace and the lifestyle, just like me growing up as a kid and seeing what my dad did, it puts you in a state of mind to think that this is the way that things are. This is the way that you have to function, right? And so you're in a constant pace of the rat race. And sometimes you find yourself on that wheel and you're going and you're moving and you put a lot of energy into things and you turn around and you look at what you have and it's the same. You're not really acquiring anything else. And even if you do acquire things, you're just getting that. Things. But the sense of self is being depleted, right? Because you're not taking the time to learn yourself. You're giving your energy toward another person's business, maybe your own business, to your family, to your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever. So where does rest come into play and why is it so important? I was reading an article recently that spoke about habits of wealthy people. And one thing that sort of shocked me was it spoke about 50 Cent and how he had the habit of sleeping for at least 9 hours a day. 9 hours. Like, to be honest with you, I don't think I could sleep 9 hours. For me, 6 hours is a good night's sleep for me. I really don't like to sleep, but I do take naps. I love taking a power nap. A good 30-minute nap will do me real good, or maybe an hour. I probably take 2 naps a day, really. And, I take 2 in the evening, and then, by the time I lay down for a solid 4 5 hours. But that's just my sleeping habit. And you'll definitely notice a difference in your focus, in your energy. If you are looking to improve your overall physical condition, when you work out and you run, the muscles need to rejuvenate. It has to be still. It has to rebuild itself. You got to let the body rest. But when you look in that society that we live in, it's like no one ever talks about rest. So I'm interested in hearing what you guys do to relax or rest. I didn't even talk about relaxing. I mean, as far as relaxing, to be honest with you, doing a podcast is very relaxing to me because it takes me out of my comfort zone of being a husband, being a dad, going to work, and doing something that I love, but at the same time, it's a bit scary, because you put yourself out there in a personal light and, in hope of your story inspiring someone else, or triggering a good habit, or more than anything, to create change, to put in the person's mind that you could always do better, right? It's never being stagnant and surrounding yourself with like-minded people. So I really find this relaxing. I've been told that my voice is very relaxing, so I don't know. Grace is sitting here looking as if she's getting sleepy, but that's a whole nother story. So what do you do to relax? And do you think 8 hours is actually necessary? We would be interested in hearing your opinions. Don't forget, check out the website, motivationandconfidence.net. Also on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spreaker, and iTunes. And as always, thank you for tuning in. And until next week, this has been Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best.